Hi, and I'm back again in Kerbal Space Program. So, the last time I played, I kind of got this thing out to the moon, but I was coming in for my landing and lost signal because I was needing to do the crucial burn, or a couple of crucial burns, whatever, while I was round the back side of the moon, as seen from the planet. And my very carefully constructed communications network wasn't helping. I've since done a little bit of reading about how the communications network and everything works in Kerbal Space Program, and I've found out that the problem is, and it makes sense once you read it up and things, is the little antenna I've got on there just doesn't have the to transmit, at least via the comms network. This is a thing that I'm still a little unsure about, and maybe should try and read a bit more about. But it turns out that it will work direct line of sight to the planet, but it won't do the networking thing. Now, I don't know if that means, because of course everything else that I've actually put out in my network so far has this antenna on it. So I don't know if that means I just can't network at all, end of story, or if it means that whatever I've got on this spacecraft, for example, if I want to be able to transmit to another spacecraft to then get the signal back to the planet, if it's this spacecraft that has to have the better transmitter, that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm going to guess, say something like that. This one is going to be better, but I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get that on there, or whether I should even try and get it on there. I mean, maybe it's worth a go. I didn't leave a lot of space mine, did I? And this thing's actually getting really quite busy. Let me just, you know what I could do? Just for shits and giggles and things. I didn't. Here we go. So, seriously, you don't want to snap in the middle there? Really, 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 really. Okay. What if we go? Oh, hang on. Is that going to interfere with? I don't know that makes much sense, but whatever. Let's go for it, right? Oh, come on. I want to save there, please. Right, hopefully that works. Let's close those. No, I want to close those doors. Thank you. Right, so let's throw this up. So this is another test launch. Let me just get this going. I mean, what I've probably done is just made it even more unstable. Right, I'm going to go full throttle up for when I need that. Let's just zoom out a little bit and go. The other thing that I've been thinking about doing, I'm fairly sure I was musing this in the last video, as to whether I take a bit of a break from this, and I think I am going to take a bit of a Kerbal Space Program break. Probably not actually stop playing it at all, because I am enjoying it, as terrible as I am at it. But I do feel like I've sort of plateaued in how I'm learning, picking things up and everything. And I've kind of fallen into a habit of playing in a way that, let's just go do that, cool. I've fallen into a habit of playing such that, I don't know, I tend to have a video go up every other day as fallout from playing and everything, which is great, but I'm kind of, no one's really watching these. These are for my own amusement, and that's fine. But I kind of feel like I'm pressuring myself to play it a bit more often than I kind of want to at the moment. So I think I'm going to actually go, kind of ease off on this for a bit, and maybe start playing it, once a week or something like that, and learn things a bit more. And maybe in the meantime, fill the time with something else. You watch, this is going to go incredibly well now, or something like that, isn't it? And I'm going to get really enthused. Right, so we've already got a pretty good apoapsis, so let's just bring this round. So yeah, because what tends to happen is a lot of the stuff that I play and record and put on YouTube is VR stuff. But I tend to VR at the weekend. I don't game quite as much during the week, but if I do, I tend to prefer to play something that's not VR. And so Kerbal Space Program has been a good little thing to, run up and dabble with for 40 minutes or whatever in an evening before I think about bedtime and stuff like that. So what I may do is actually throw something else in there instead. Right, let's just watch how this is going. Let's dump that. Oh my god, let me just declutter this. Get rid of all that. Let's just get rid of the comms thing for the moment. Right, so that apoapsis is going to be 128. What's my time? About a minute away. I'll just let it climb a little bit more. So yeah, I was thinking, I still want to play the odd game and stuff like that. And I like to record while I'm playing, just for my own amusement anyway. It's a kind of, it's a talking to yourself thing, and if you're going to talk to yourself, you may as well have a reason to talk to yourself, right? Words and things was good. Yeah, so for example, I started playing the remastered Quake, but haven't picked that up for a wee while. So I was thinking, maybe what I'll do is throw a little bit of Quake and stuff like that. Let me just concentrate on what I'm doing here. Let's go kind of see if we can raise the periapsis up. I also realised that some time back I bought the DLC for Cloudpunk, which I haven't played yet. I can't remember if there's a name for it. But yeah, kind of further story and everything for Cloudpunk, and I've been meaning to actually have a look at that and play that, so I might get back into doing some Cloudpunk. Right, there we go. That's a really, really horrible orbit, but it's an orbit. It's also a bit inclined again. I seem to somehow keep making inclined orbits. Right, where the hell's the moon? Right, there it is. So, kind of feel like head out this way. We're going to get an encounter somewhere around here. Come on. Ah. Oh, dropped it. Oh, that looks promising. Hey, too much, too much, too much, too much. Wow, that gets interesting quick, doesn't it? Alright, let's try that, see what happens. Apply, go. Right, how long is it until that? It's about 24 minutes. Right, let's get this set up so we can deploy that. We can realize I didn't really need that antenna anymore, but let's extend that, see what happens, and then extend that, right, and extend that. I don't know if that makes any difference. I don't actually know if the direction of these ones makes a difference. I mean, technically it does, right? Maybe I should have set them up so there's 1 point forwards and 1 point backwards or something like that. What I know at this point is like it looks cool, so we'll go with that. So yes, what I was thinking was I might actually start looking at that DLC for Cloudpunk as well. Just kind of change up my midweek gaming and everything, which could be quite nice. Right, let's get ourselves pointing in the right direction. And so maybe, actually maybe try and keep things a bit mixed up during the week. Maybe do an evening of mucking about in KSP and an evening of playing a wee bit more Quake and an evening of playing some Cloudpunk, that kind of thing. Keep things kind of a bit interesting. Just because, as I keep saying, I actually really like KSP, but I'm also kind of frustratingly bad at it and don't really have the time to get deeply into it, which I think is kind of part of the problem. Right, let's warp around. Right. Oh, why do I always seem to be doing everything in the dark and things like that? So it's 20-second burn. Hopefully we're going to have enough electricity to get out from behind the planet. God, I hope we have enough electricity to get out from behind the planet. I'll be so annoyed. Well, I won't be annoyed. It'd be great, but it would be kind of ironic if this actually turned out to be a decent run. Just as I've decided I'm going to cut back on this. Okay, let's go about now, I guess. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cut off. Ooh, just missed. Haven't got much fuel to play with, unfortunately. I don't think this is actually... I've not gone as far out as I needed to. There we go, that's better. Don't know that I've got enough fuel to really bugger about getting into the moon's orbit though. Damn. Okay, let's set an alarm. Let's warp out there. Whee! Let's see what happens. Where is the moon? I'm not going to get caught by it, am I? Have I screwed this up again? Let's just see what happens. Come on, moon, catch me. No. I'm not going to... what's these here? Yeah, I got that wrong. Ooh, right, so where are we at? Can I? Oh, hello. Because I'm doing that thing of potentially. So yeah, I'm in a position now. If I do this, I can either try and land where it's sunny, or I can try and land where I can get a signal, but not both. Well done, Dave. Well done. Classic. Let's go for that. I want to get the... I'm trying to get the alarm from the maneuver, and it's not letting me. Let's go for that. Close that. Let's get lined up for the maneuver. So again, it's another one of those where it's not as terrible as it could be, but I'm sort of on a knife edge with the fuel. At least I got electricity this time, so I got that going for me. Come back, come back, come back, don't overshoot, don't overshoot, don't overshoot. What I am going to do in a moment though is go and look at the kind of map view and see if adding those extra antenna has made any kind of difference. I'm not expecting it to. Nah, apparently not. Apparently not. Vessel links network. I mean, let's go with this anyway and see what happens. What I don't know is if there's that whole thing of, maybe I've actually just used very underpowered antenna anyway for all the craft out there in my network, in which case I've wasted all that time putting those things out there. Or maybe the antenna that I've got on this still aren't powerful enough. Or maybe if there's a direct line of sight, it only shows you the direct line of sight. I don't know. Right. So it's an 11-second burn. I'm not convinced I've got 11 seconds of fuel. I don't know how much fuel I've got actually. I bet there's something that would tell me if I knew how to read the instruments properly. Wait, where's my... Oh, there. Is this my alarm coming up? Yes. Right, there. Okay, let's get ready. So it's going to be an 11-second burn. Oh, that's quite an image. Got to admit, that's quite an image. Okay. 11-second burn. But I might need to start burning, dump the tank, burn some more. I suppose the other thing regarding the comms network and everything is, as I was saying, I don't know if the direction these dish things are pointing in is crucial as well. There's a lot I don't know about this. Right, let's get ready for the burn anyway. See if we can salvage something out of this. 11-second burn, 11-second burn. I think I'll start burning, what, about 10 seconds out maybe? Don't hit space yet. I have my finger hovering over space. Right. Where has that got us, do we think? Let's have a look. Oh, it's heading down to the surface. So, oh no, I didn't want that, I wanted that. Oh, actually, I might be able to put myself down where there's some sunlight and oh, do you think we're going to have line of sight of the planet? God, okay. Right, where are we? Where's the moon? Hello, where's the moon? I can't find the moon. It's not like it's that tiny. Hello, moon, where are you? What the hell? I just kind of want to feel for where I am. Hang on, what's going on here? So it should be almost eclipsing the sun. So let's have a look at where the sun is. Oh, there's the moon. Yeah, it's completely lost in the glare of the sun is the problem. Right. I mean, I'm getting kind of carried away with myself there, but let's speed things up a little bit. Hang on, how far out am I? Okay, we can kind of, let's get rid of that maneuver node, just tidy things up. Speed things up a bit. Speed things up a bit more. Right. Let's just see where we're at. Okay, I want to bring myself round. Let's get pointing in the right kind of direction. I don't fancy my chances of landing, but I do fancy my chances of impacting the surface under full control. Let's say that, right? Okay, let's just speed up a little bit more. Wondering when I should start slowing down. And this is a test of if I've got enough fuel, I guess. Speed up a bit more. Definitely a case of it's really far away, it's really far away, it's really far away, I'm bored, speed up, and then suddenly it just like looms. Right, just keep myself pointing retrograde so I can start burning when I think it's necessary. I kind of feel like I don't want to burn too early, because presumably all that's going to do is just make me drop straight down more. On the other hand, I do want to cut down my sideways motion a fair bit, don't I? Because like there's no atmospheric drag to kind of kill my horizontal motion. Don't think I got enough fuel to actually do this. Yeah, I don't think I got the fuel for this. So I think I've demonstrated to myself that this little tank ain't enough to really even land with, let alone take off and get back to the planet. But let's ride it down. I mean, who knows, I could come in for a gentle crash, right? It's totally a thing. Totally a thing. I didn't want to do that. Really didn't want to do that. Oh, it's coming up a bit fast now. Very fast now. And that's out of fuel. Oh, so close. So close. So very close. What's that over there? A little bit of debris. Where did that make it? Is that something I left in orbit? Can't tell. Yes, okay, so that didn't work terribly well. I think we can safely say there ain't enough fuel in that thing. And I don't think this comms thing works terribly well as well. So I think my plan of take a wee break from this, and I don't know, maybe play it a bit less often is probably a good idea. Because as I say, I think my ability to take stuff on board with this is sort of plateaued, just because I'm not playing it as intensely as would probably make sense, and I'm not as focused on it as it deserves. So I'm not kind of researching and learning and building lots and all this kind of stuff. I come in every couple of days and play for half an hour, 40 minutes or whatever it is, and then come back to it again a couple of days later, which is probably fine, you know, it is fine for, you know, play some VR shooter or something like that, you know, like when I've been playing Zero Caliber or whatever at the weekend, you know, it's just play more and have fun with it. Whereas with something like this, there's a lot to learn. It's actually quite a technical simulator, yeah, I'm just not giving it the attention it deserves, and so I'm not progressing up this tree terribly far. I've kind of, what have I done? 1, 2, 3. I've kind of made it 4 hops in. I mean, not even really halfway through the tree, I guess. And at the meantime, I'm, coming up to, what am I on? Is this 46 or 47th video in this series, I think? But, you know, I'm knocking on 50 videos of playing this, which is a fair bit. And not progressing as much as I'd like. I'm kind of waffling on at this. It's just kind of a waffly way of saying, I think I'm going to cut back on this. Doesn't mean I'm not going to play it anymore, far from it, because I do love it. But I'm going to make some time for other stuff and maybe try and research some of this a little bit more, and after I, maybe next play it after I've researched a thing, something like that. That might be a better way of doing things, as and when I have the time to do some reading up and maybe even some practicing in sandbox mode and stuff like that, would make sense. Because mostly at the moment what I've tended to do is come in and try and test and play and things like that as I've been playing it in here. I haven't been going into the sandbox and trying things out there or anything, so maybe it's time for me to go and do that just to actually practice it. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. So if you are unfortunate enough to have been watching this, you have my apologies and my gratitude. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.